This is from one of the books about Noel Coward. It talks a little bit about the response to this play, the critical response in the newspapers. And it says Fallen Angels. It opened in the Globe Theater on 21st April 1925. It happily starred Tallulah Bankhead, who gave a brilliant performance that night and was so inconsistent an actress that Noel Coward decided he would never work with her again. He said they would. She would say lines that aren't in the play. If she felt like it, she would do splits. She was just completely out of control. But anyway, it still got fair. Its reviews, the words that were basically used to describe the play were vulgar, disgusting, shocking, nauseating, vile, obscene, degenerate. And the Daily Express even went so far as to allude to the two women as suburban sluts. And it was a huge hit. Probably that's why. But at the very last performance before the show closed off in the West End, on the 29th of August, on the last night of the run, Mrs. Charles Hornibrook, a rogue public protester repudiated even by the council for the promotion of public morality, stood up during the second act and said, "Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to protest. This play should not go unchallenged." And the orchestra promptly struck up "I Want to Be Happy" as the hapless Miss Hornibrook was escorted out of the theater. The discussions of the boudoir, or of husbands and wives over breakfast tables, which was never allowed to be on stage, came onto the stage in a kind of frank way, which kind of let a breeze in through the theater in a kind of way that hadn't happened before, really. I mean, you certainly don't find it even in the works of Oscar Wilde and the earlier Boucicault or any of the 19th century British comic playwrights, or anything earlier than that. You probably would have to go as far back, maybe, as the Restoration, to find any kind of frankness, sexual frankness on stage. But since the ascendancy of Victoria, no, sir.
We've asked Jason, who's been very gracious, to sort of give us a peek into a year in the life of a rep actor. And we've been following him in a lot of different ways. The Twitter, I don't know if any of you in the audience have Twitter, but if you want to follow him, it's Asolo Rep Actor.
It's been so fun for me to just have a sort of a different outlet than what we share with you up on stage in our proper configuration, you in the seats and us up on stage. You know, I've had the opportunity to take a couple of pictures backstage and you know, write about really long, hard days that you know, and share that. So it's nice to be able to just write a few thoughts and not have to candy coat it all the time, or at least have an outlet to be like, this is so exciting. I can't wait for you to come and you know, come and share with us.
It really has been a step sort of behind that veil.
I mean, when we have talkback sessions, the bulk, I would say 95% of the questions have to do with the actor's process, or the process of what's happening. How do you learn all those lines? How do you do this? How do you do that? You know, there is some sort of shroud between what happens on stage and what you see, that some sort of weird magic that is intangible, probably for both of us, and to kind of get rid of that a little bit and key you into our process, hopefully will enrich your understanding.